All right, fellas, we are finally at the end of the road with this dollar defensive scheme breakdown. I know it's been 2 or 3 weeks, but it's been well worth it. I've really enjoyed making these videos, and I really believe that we have developed a really sound defensive scheme with these videos. We have the DB Fire 2, which again is the Swiss Army knife of defensive plays. We have the spinner, which is one of, if not the best man coverage blitzes in the game. And then we have the cover 4, which is probably the best stock coverage to come out into, with the added benefit of covering, of actually playing the run very, very well. Okay, and that's really all we need for a defensive scheme. But we're gonna literally turn this defense into a steroidal maniac at this point with this video. This is the new meta in Madden, and it is something that takes this defense and you can take this absolutely to a pro level. And that's what Henry did on Friday. If you watch the Madden Bowl, I haven't broken down the tape. I have no intention of breaking down the tape, but I was able to see some of the things that he was doing out of the 2 plays that we're gonna cover today, okay? And they're gonna be cover 3 plays out of dollar. So this is, again, I think now at this point, the best defense in Madden, with all of the abilities, the KOs, blurk artists, pick artists. This defense has now, these defensive plays have now become the best in Madden. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over our adjustments. We're going to turn auto flip off, auto alignment to base, option defense to conservative. For our zone drops, we're going to keep them all at default for purposes of this video. I like to go 30, 5, and either 10 or 15 for hooks, but you guys play around with that to your liking. We're just gonna go default, okay? And I'm gonna talk about personnel here, okay? So here in the dollar defense, we have Clay Matthews on the left side. We're gonna swap him out, okay? So we're gonna put him where Karlaftis is, and then we're gonna put Karlaftis back, okay? So our right of screen defensive end is Clay Matthews. And the reason why we're doing this is, one, he's a great pass rusher, but he also gets lurk artist. And we're gonna be using him for some of the more advanced setups toward the end of the video, okay? So all we have to do is come out in our 2 defensive plays. They're very, very similar. We're gonna come out in overload 3 seam, and we're gonna come out in free safety zone blitz. So let's come out in overload 3 seam. And this defense is going to be super simple. Okay, we're going to be usering Howley. We're going to press, which is triangle down on the left stick. We're going to pinch our line, which is left on the D-pad, down on the left stick. Okay, and then we just need to back up our right of screen slot defensive back. So it's going to be triangle, X for individual, R1 for the slot receiver, up on the right stick. And then we just need to hover here. I prefer press triangle down on the right stick to shade down. That is up to you guys. I think that's the way to set this defense up the best. So we just hover right here. We're gonna watch this A-gap scream through. Just screams through. Let's watch the instant replay. I mean, what is the quarterback supposed to do? Whether that's a human or even the CPU, there's nothing that quarterback can do in that situation. So again, press, pinch your line, back off your defensive back, and you're set up. And you can do this before they audible, okay? And if they do go ahead and double team Matthews, the blitz is still gonna come through in this situation, either through the A-gap or through the outside or through a shed. Shading underneath, I prefer, but you can do whatever you want. You can keep it shaded up top. You can go triangle, triangle, X, and put him into a hard flat, and the other guys into a cloud flat. You can do whatever you want with those guys, okay? And just let the defense do its job. A-gap screams through every single time, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and choose a new play. And this is where things are gonna start to get interesting, you guys. We're gonna come out in the free safety zone blitz.
Here we go.
And the setup is going to be the same. Press, pinch, and back up our outside, or excuse me, slot defensive back. What we're going to do is we're going to press triangle, triangle, L1, which is our blitzing safety, and we're going to go down on the left stick to put him into a hook curl. And that is all we really need to do. We can keep the seam flats out there, or we can press triangle and down on the right stick to shade underneath, which is going to help that hook curl play much more aggressively, okay? And then we just need to hover. Screaming blitz, screaming blitz. Okay, so now, how can we Swiss Army knife this defense? Man, we can do a lot with this defense, you guys. I could literally break this down for half hour, an hour. I have actually done it already. I've made this video like 4 or 5 times, and it's always just too long. So I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. We're gonna press, pinch our line, okay? We can do some extra things here, okay? So with Howley here, we can go right on the D-pad twice, X, and put him into a hard flat, which is right on the right stick, okay? So now we've created a Mabel over there if we want, okay? And then triangle, triangle, L1 down on the left stick for a hook curl. And now we got a Mabel. We've got a lot of coverage here. Mabel, a hook curl, very confusing for the defense. We've got double corners that we can deal with very easily with this defense. And we're going to use our Matthews and let this defense play out. And you can see it's so fast. And this is what Henry did to win the Madden Bowl, you guys. Watch how fast this. You're forcing your opponent to make insanely fast reads. The only thing he can do is throw out to the flat right now. And that's a kind of a scary proposition. I don't know if he even has enough room for his motion to get that pass out there, okay? So that is one adjustment that we can do. The next adjustment, press, pinch. We're gonna put Howley into a hard flat again, and then we're gonna go triangle, triangle, X, down on the right stick to blitz him, okay? And then triangle, triangle, L1, down on the left stick for a hook curl. And we're gonna use Matthews. But now we're getting outside pressure from a different side, okay? And we'll let this play out really quickly. Screaming heat, okay? Let's do this again. Press, pinch, Howley in a hard flat, triangle, triangle, X, blitz. And now we're gonna go triangle, 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 blitz, which is down on the right stick. So now we're blitzing both of our outside cornerbacks or our slot cornerbacks. And then we're just gonna go triangle, triangle, L1, and we're gonna put him into a curl flat, okay? And then all we have to do is use our Matthews. Let's see how this works. Just insane heat, just insane heat. Let's look at the replay. And this is essentially the play that got Henry the pick to end the game. Okay, so just watch this coverage. You're forcing your opponent to make such fast decisions. There's nothing that he can do, and that's what makes this defense just so stellar. So what else can we do with this? We can do a lot of things. We can set up man coverage, shells. So we're going to just keep the same setup, and we're going to take Howley, and we're going to man him up on the slot receiver. Triangle, triangle, L1, hook curl. We can set it up like that, or we can go triangle, triangle, L1, and we can put him in a deep half, and then we can go triangle, triangle, square, up on the right stick, square. Now we have a cover 2 man on the left side. We can keep that seam flat, or we can blitz it. In this case, we're just gonna leave it like this, okay? Do little wrinkles like this, you can really throw your opponent off, okay? You can even back up that outside cornerback. Triangle, X, square, up on the right stick. Just screaming heat. And let's check out the instant replay on that one. Look at this. Everything is bagged. Everything. I don't think he has a chance to even get it out on the flat, you guys. That's why this has become the meta defense in Madden. You guys, there's a lot more that you can do, but I've given you ideas. Play around with different setups. Do it in practice mode. Do it with a buddy. Lab it. Whatever you need to do. But find your own adjustments that you like. Those adjustments right there are plenty. That's really all you need, right? You can man up one guy on one side, man up one guy on another side. You can shade your zones. You can switch your zones. You can do everything that you want out of this particular defense. So thank you again for the support. This has been just an awesome series to do. I've gotten, I think 150 extra subscribers since I started doing these videos. So I hope that you've enjoyed them, and I hope they've helped to make your Madden game that much better. Be on the lookout for new videos. A like and subscribe would be appreciated. And as always, have a great day.